All right. Uh, I'm recording this video in the morning. Very good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing fine. And today we have a very special guest. And actually, I wanted to record a testimonial of one of our clients, Mr. Sasank, who has achieved, amazing results within 3 months after enrolling. So I just wanted to, share his experience after he has joined this program. So let's get started. So, Mr. Shashank, how are you? How are you doing?
Doing good, Payas. Thanks. Thanks for having me here.
All right. So, Mr. Shashank, please tell us a little bit more about yourself.
And I have been working last 20 years, right? So, I've been leading my corporate life for last 20 years. And my life has been mostly sedentary. I don't have much of a physical exercise and stuff like that. So, obviously, as the time progressed, while I was a little young, it was all good and active. But, as I was getting older, I could clearly feel the weight of my body, and then I was not too active in life. That's what has been happening. That's about me. Basically, I'm a corporate employee working for the last 20 years in a bank, one of the reputed banks.
All right. Okay. So, what were your challenges when you have joined this program, the 12 weeks lean body program?
Before joining this program, so weight, I wouldn't say is a big problem. I was overweight, no doubt about it. But then certainly I was weighing more than what I should be weighing. So I was getting tired too quickly. For example, I used to go for a run and I was not able to run more than say half a kilometer. So I used to just pant nonstop, right? And also my stamina was very less. I live in 12th floor, so at times I just try to kind of climb up the stairs, and then after 3 floors, 4 floors, I hardly used to able to kind of climb up stairs any longer. Physically not very active. So when I tried to get active, I used to get tired quickly, and then and I did try some methods before, but what used to happen was I used to just fall sick after a week or so. I used to get cold, maybe cough, and sometimes fever, and then the entire routine just used to get stopped. And whatever the progress that I made for last one week or so, it just used to get disappeared. So yeah, that those were some of the problems that I had. But obviously, stamina is one thing that I never had. So these are some of the issues that I had before starting the program.
Okay. And then, what have you achieved after joining this program? What changes have you seen in yourself?
Weight loss is not something that I want to talk about because I already obviously lost some weight, no doubt about it. That certainly is making me feel good. But the other things that I'm really feeling good about myself, right? If I have to talk about a couple of things, one obviously, I feel a lot better, lot lighter and stuff like that. I feel more confident so with regards to my body. And then when I'm going for a run, for example, now I can easily run non-stop, for example, 2 kilometers now. That is something that I could actually do just before the lockdown. So that is a tremendous progress in my mind, right? Because I always wanted to kind of run longer, but I never used to be able to since my childhood. But that is something that I could actually do better now. And also I was talking to you about climbing up the stairs, right? So now 12 floors is not a big deal. I just climb up almost every alternative day, and I'm not too tired right now when I actually come up 12 floors. So the point I'm making is my physical stamina did certainly grow. I'm not weak, so I lost the weight. In spite of that, I'm not weak. So that is something that I never thought that I would be able to do. But then, yeah, thanks to Payas, the guidance, the stuff like that, obviously I could actually achieve that. I'm feeling lighter. At the same time, I feel that I'm more strong
now. Okay, all right. And if we talk about the numbers, like you said in the beginning itself, that you don't want to talk, about the weight loss thing and all. But if we want to quantify the results which you have achieved in this program, I would like to know that, like, what was your weight before and after? What was your, anything you have seen in terms of inch loss? So you can tell that. Even if you have gained somewhere, like last time you were telling me that you have gained some muscle also in the bicep area and the shoulder area. So yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I was weighing close to 73 kilos when I started this program. And just this morning when I checked, I was around 65.9. So, I mean, I could achieve it in a matter of 3 months, which is quite significant in my mind. So I thought that maybe I will be able to shed probably 3-4 kilos or something like that. But I was able to shed a lot more weight than that. And I mean, as far as the waist is concerned, I think it has come down as well. When I was checking the waist size in the beginning of the program, I think it was somewhere around 38 inches, something like that. Now I think it has come down to 31, 32, between 31, 32. So that is a good achievement as well. And the fat percentage is something that I want to talk about as well. When I started, I think I had around 28, 29%. Now I am around 24, 25% fat. Um, so all these things have come down. So I'm extremely happy with that. And then yeah, I mean, muscle area also has increased. I don't exactly recall the numbers. I think it's around 11 inches now. When I started, my hand was pretty lean, very very lean. Now I can clearly see the muscle, and it just got a little hard. So yeah, I mean, there's certainly a lot of improvement, not just in the bicep area. My chest area has gone low, and then my tummy has gone low, and then my thighs kind of have grown stronger. I never, in fact, realized the importance of thighs being stronger before, right? I mean, I never thought. But then that is clearly one thing that I see myself now, that my thighs are a lot more stronger. Maybe that is one of the reasons why I'm able to run longer now. But yeah, I mean, clearly I can see overall improvement from, I mean, my head also. Like, I mean, if you see my face was bloated when I started. I mean, I have a lot of, I mean, I know still I have a lot to shed. But when I started, my chin and all this stuff was very very fatty. But I think I lost a lot here. I mean, my face did thin a little, but I know I'll need to further thin. But then I am extremely happy with what I achieved so far with regards to my face as well.
Amazing, amazing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Uh, uh, so, what's the best thing which you have liked about the 12-week sleep body program? I want to know that.
I mean, in a way, I think it is the discipline, right? If you ask me what is it that I could learn one thing from this program, it's essentially the discipline. As I said, I tried some things before, but I never. I mean, the problem with amateurs who actually are not into it, who don't know much about the fitness and stuff like that, non-professionals, is unable to link the dots, right? I mean, you don't see the bigger picture of you. I mean, I used to just think that okay, you run, you shed your weight, and then your tummy will go down. That's the only thing that I had in my mind. So I used to run whatever that I could, and then walk, and then do all that stuff. But I was never able to achieve what I wanted. So that is when I realized the fact that how important the nutrition was. For example, from Bias, he kind of was suggesting me that nutrition is as important as the workout, or maybe even more important than the workout. So he gave obviously you gave me the nutrition chart, what to eat, what not to eat, and all that stuff. I mean, I followed as much as I could, and because of which I did not have the problem of getting sick after starting, right? I mean, so as I said initially, I used to fall sick immediately after a week or 2 weeks, then just stop. I couldn't actually do anything further, and that has become a trend, right? So that is when you explain that that could be because of lack of vitamins, because you're not giving proper nutrition to your body. That is why you're just getting sick. But once I started following the diet chart, and then whatever that you've suggested, and also there's a method, right? I mean, it's not that you just go ahead and do anything that you want, anything that you can. There has to be a method to it. So obviously, with your guidance, I mean, I think I was able to do that. That is something that I'm really proud of. And a couple of the things that I want to talk about, right? When I started, that bias that I was not able to do a single push-up. I always wanted to do a push-up in my life, but I never was able to do one. Uh, but yeah, I mean, kind of you guided me a couple of times, and also you explained the importance of different muscles that actually come into play while we're doing the push up, and then how to strengthen them, be it triceps or chest or whatever it is, right? So when we tried to condition each of them, and then I think after a month or so, now I can easily do 15 push-ups, which I think in my mind is really a good progress. And other important or maybe unexpected benefit, I think I was telling you another day, is that I used to lose a lot of hair before, but I'm not losing the hair. I don't know if it has anything to do with the program, but obviously that is one thing which I did not expect. That was not expected result as well, but I'm getting it. I will take it as long as it comes. So yeah, these are some of the things that I think I did make a progress really well.
Right. Okay. So the next question is very random because this is the question which most people ask me before joining the program, and they have a little bit of doubt. Like, have you used any kind of supplements while you were going through the program?
Yeah, I did have just protein supplement, whey protein. That was the only supplement that I had. So I mean, I used to have just one scoop of whey protein with the water. Sometimes, at times, I just make a smoothie of banana, something like that, and have it. But besides that, I didn't have any other supplement. That was the only thing that I had.
All right. So because see, whenever someone joins the program and they ask me this question that are you going to give us some kind of supplements and all, which of course I always say that no, I'm not going to give it. But when we see the overall nutrition plan, the main thing which I see lacking in a person's diet, especially in Indian scenario, is the protein content, right? So are you a vegetarian or non-vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian, so
Right.
yeah.
So especially in case of vegetarians, I see there is a lack of protein, and people say that we can complete that through the whole food and everything. But again, like I give them an example, like even if I ask you to consume dal, let's say, so 100 grams of dal contains 9 grams of protein, the cooked dal. When it comes to the other protein sources such as paneer or maybe other things as well. So then you can maximum do it till maybe 50 to 60 grams. But again, when it comes to the resistance training, if you're trying to get in shape, build some muscle along the process, so protein intake is something which you have to take care of. So that is the only reason I advise vegetarians to consume some kind of whey protein. Either it is a vegan protein or whey protein or whatever you're comfortable with, because this will help you to build immunity, right? How your immunity is, the protein plays a very important role there. And again, the vitamins and minerals. So vitamins and minerals you can get through plenty of, if you're eating fruits, vegetables, or anything, you can get through that. But protein is something which I, seriously see vegetarians lacking. Protein, and again vitamin B is something which they are deficient. So this is what we have tried simplifying for Mr. Sasank, taking into consideration his whole routine, daily routine, the professional life and all. Right. So my last question would be, Mr. Sasank, what are your future plans and what after this?
As I said, if there is one thing that I certainly picked up from this program, Pius, is it's the discipline with regards to your body, right? And you also send me the chart on a daily basis, right? This is what you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. So one good thing is I don't have to step out. Right? I mean, so most of the things that you send are something that we can just be at home and start doing. So I will obviously want to continue with whatever the routine that you've actually defined me, obviously, right? So I want to continue the physical activity, just to ensure that I'm not losing what the gains that I've achieved, and I want to get better further. And this is also helping me mentally to focus more and concentrate more and do things a little better. So obviously I want to continue with whatever the gains that I had so far, because as I said, this is the first time that I had done something which is fairly longer, right? As far as my physical activity is concerned. And obviously, I want to continue with it. And then I mean, not that I want to do a six pack or things like that. But obviously, I want to ensure that I'm not putting on a lot of weight and I have some kind of a manageable flat belly. And then, yeah, I mean, so continue with the discipline that I could actually learn from this program as far as my physical activity is concerned. So yeah, I mean, that is one thing, and then pick up some kind of a physical activity which can actually continue for longer period, be it jogging, running, or maybe yoga, something like that. Pick up something, one of the physical activities, and continue it as long as I can. So that's what I'm thinking. But I'm really thankful to you that actually were able to instill that discipline in my life as far as physical activity is concerned. So yeah, I mean, that's what I think I should be doing in the future going forward.
Right. Okay. So what is the one last thing which you want to say to, people who are actually watching this video? And, like most people have this thing in mind that, we need something very special in order to start, and we have to wait for the perfect time in order to start. So what would you say to the people who wants to get started, but there is something holding them back in order to take the first step?
I would say the initiative, right? I mean, that is the most important thing. One will have to make the decision. I mean, there's nothing like I will start from tomorrow or next month and maybe Jan 1st next year. I had done that enough in my mind. So I mean, I'd done that enough in my life in the past. So I always think that okay, I mean, this year I'm going to start, next year I'm going to start, next month. That's not going to help. So do whatever that we can. I think we should just start. And the other thing that I would say is it is extremely important to have, at least in the initial time, some expert who can actually guide you how you can do it. I mean, so I mean, if one just goes and then does whatever that he or she thinks that is right for her, that might not give full results. The effort to result uh, proportion, if you see, it's a lot better if you're trained or expert, at least in the initial days. Uh, so that will give the confidence, right? So once the main problem why at least in my case, I was not able to continue in the past was I was not getting that confidence. I mean, yeah, we do it multiple times, but then not much of a result that you see. So when you obviously don't see the result, you won't get the motivation to continue anything. So the yeah, I mean, so basically in this case, obviously, thanks to you, I was able to kind of see the result, and that kind of motivated me to push the envelope a little further. And I always try to kind of stick to the regime and everything that you've given. So that did help me. So the point I'm making is you should start immediately, and when you're starting, at least if you're a novice, if you're a amateur, have some kind of an expert guidance so that it is I mean, you see the result and that kind of keeps you going and you get motivated with that.
Perfect. All right. So, Mrs. Sasank, first of all, thank you so much for coming and motivating our audience on how to actually get started and achieve the results. And I think that one thing which is the most important part whenever you want to start working on your fitness, your health, or maybe in your professional life or anything in life, you just need to take the first step. Initially you won't feel that going to make it, but then slowly and steadily everything will line up and then fall in place, and again you will reach the results or reach the goals which you want to, right? So thank you so much for coming and joining us on this uh, the testimonial part and this video. So anyone who wants to join this program can click the link below. I'll be providing the link of my program in the description, wherever it is down below, or if you're seeing this from Facebook, it will be there in the description. And if you want to join, if you really want to start and reach your goals, you can click the link, watch the webinar, and then hop on call with me, and then we can discuss this further. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks a lot, Bash.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Take care, Mrs. Sudan.